thinks it's wife, I'm telling you.
This spate of anti-white men, stuff I've been seeing lately is so telling. These dudes are so threatened by the idea of a black woman admiring another kind of man. In reality, black men are the most dangerous men to black women, and they don't want to acknowledge that. In the wake of the death of Sadie Robinson, a lot of black men have been spreading propaganda. First of all, rest in peace to her. But it's the same thing every friggin' time. Oh, the evil white man's gonna get you if you don't stay here and take our abuse. So let's start by establishing some facts. First of all, the murder rate for US black women is 6 times that of white women, and they have the highest homicide rate of any group in the nation. So higher than black men who are actually involved in gang violence and drug trafficking. Women are the most likely people to die. And who are they likely to die at the hands of? Their partners. This one's from Columbia, confirming the information. But I wanted to use this one from BET because you all can't say, oh, the evil white man is, making this up. What does it say? Killing our own. 94% of black women killed in a single victim, single offender incident knew their killer, and 93% were killed by another black person. It's not the evil white man. But I just spoke about this the other day. When men warn you about other men, they are telling you what they have done or want to do to you. It is not altruistic. They want to reserve you for their own violence. So they're telling you, oh, the white man's a serial killer. You know who the most prolific serial killer in the history of the United States was? Bless my soul, it was a black man, Samuel Little. Murdered 93 people, almost all of whom were black women. They won't tell you that part, I'll tell you. But nobody was looking for him, nobody cared, especially not these Negroes. But they have all the time in the world to warn you about the Ted Bundys of the world who aren't even looking at black women. Another multiple murderer of black women, Henry Louis Wallace. You heard of him? No. Chester Turner, have you heard of him? I don't think so. Paul Duracell? Anything popping for you? And this man killed pregnant women. Have you heard about him? Nope. Some of the most gruesome and horrific crimes in American history, multiple crimes, have been committed by black men against black women, but you all want to spread the rumor that it's white men who are the most dangerous to us. And I'm not here to say that historically that doesn't have some basis in truth or that we should not be aware. Like, all men should be vetted. All men are trash. I constantly preach this. But what irritates me is men who have no intention of doing better by you, of treating you well, being angry when you seek better treatment elsewhere and want to use the specter of racism and our past to try to drive you into the arms of men who want to treat you worse. Here's one from Harvard. Homicide is the leading cause of death for pregnant women in the US. That's true of every racial group. But guess what? Black women are 7 to 11 times more likely to be killed, murdered during pregnancy. So I feel like it's disingenuous, some of the focus that we put on maternal mortality when we don't want to acknowledge the homicide rate. And quiet as it's kept, I feel like a lot of black women have bad maternal mortality outcomes because they are stressed for 9 months or dealing with abusive partners. But that part doesn't get put in the reports. Nobody wants to deal with that. I said what I said, and anybody who's mad can scratch their mad place and get glad. Because are you mad at Samuel Little? Do you know anything about the history of the multiple black male serial killers that have targeted black women? You don't, because you don't care to listen. You just want to spread this myth that we're somehow more in danger from other men who don't, even live in our neighborhoods. Most women, all women of all racial groups, are in the most danger from men they know. They will be unalived by their partners, not strangers. So that means black women are in the most danger from black men because most black women do not date interracially. So instead of trying to put out these feeble ass scare tactics, why don't you actually do something to protect these women? But you're not going to. You just want to create a space where they're afraid to venture outside, so you have them all to yourself to mistreat. And it's BS, and you need to be called on it, and I'm happy to do it. The end. Like and follow for more.